you all doing well. Welcome to Danny Reviews. So today what I'm going to be doing is talking about some albums that I have not reviewed on this channel because I started in around about mid-March time, so there's obviously been albums that I've released before that I've listened to or either liked or not liked, and I haven't talked about them because, well, I don't really want to talk about an album that came out in January, around about March time. It's just too late really. So I thought I'd just briefly go over some albums with you, just quickly have a chat about them, tell you what I think. So we are starting from, I'm actually gonna wing this to the best I can and go on my recently added in my Apple Music. So 2019, here we go. So I was impressed by the debut EP that they released. Thought it was pretty good, some good songs, a good mixture of electronic and really heavy rock music. I admire Jason Butler. I think he's one of the best frontmen ever. I've been fortunate enough to see him with Let Live like a few years ago on Black is Beautiful run, and I love their albums, and you know, I knew Fever 333 wasn't going to top that, so the EP still won me over anyways, and I was hoping for the album to win me over some more, but I was just sort of lukewarm about it. It's not a terrible album, but it's not a brilliant album either. Like it's just a lot of the songs just seem like middle of the road to me, and you know, considering it's a really angry political record, it sort of tries to give you a message like, you know, the earlier Rage Against the Machine albums did, and it's just not quite hit it as good as that. Especially when I admire Jason Butler that much, I was hoping to be properly wowed by him. I mean, there's some good interesting bits like the some of the preludes that go at the end of the track as well, with some guest vocalists. Yeah, there's some pretty decent tracks on there like Burn It Down and Pray For Me, and there's a few that sort of middle of the road for me, like Animal. It just sounds a bit too sort of radio rock for my liking. I thought it was just maybe just slightly too polished for my liking, and I've got to say like the slow number on the album, Inglewood, just does not do it for me at all. All the popular numbers are just like ugh. And I despise that really sort of high synthy thing that you hear in chart songs these days. Like, obviously that's not a good impression of it, but you know, hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Although I've not seen them live, if I see them live, hopefully that will change my opinion on the album. Bluetooth still connects on my Alexa. Some good dad rock bangers on there, and Weezer, yeah, it sounds actually pretty decent, and it's a good laugh, you know. Hearing Rivers Cuomo sing Paranoid and Africa, like what's not to like about that, and you know, No Scrubs and Billie Jeans, like it's had me in kinks. Yeah, pretty good. I can't say I don't like it, but yeah, it's a fun listen. The Goat by Puppy. Now I love this band. I absolutely love this band. I was a fan from the first couple of EPs and seen them live loads of times, to be honest, but unfortunately I've just not seen them live yet on this album, and I'm dying to because the songs on this album are really, really fucking good. Jock's got a really cool singing voice and his guitar lead lines are always excellent. If you're a fan of Weezer and Black Sabbath and would like to hear the two merged together, like, oh, it's perfect. The biggest sounding choruses like on And So I Burn and Black Hole, Bathed in Blood, which has got blast beats. It's got trying to go for like a black gazy sound, which is absolutely excellent. Not a bad track on this album, I love it. And I love Puppy, so I hope I see them live again sometime, because every time they've came over to Leeds, I've bloody Mystics have been working away, which is shit. The Goat by Puppy, if you've not checked it out, please listen to it. Great band from England, just excellent live, producing some sick tunes. Love it. Right, this album, I will not be surprised if it is not in my top 5 albums by the end of the year. Rival Sons are one of my favourite bands. I absolutely love them. I've been massive into them ever since I seen them on the Pressure in Time run when I supported Judas Priest. That's going back 2011, and ever since then I've just loved every album, and I've seen them like 11 times now, and I've literally saw them on this album run, like the first date that they've released this album, and they pretty much played this whole album live, and hearing it live was incredible. It's quite a varied album. It's still got the cool bluesy rock and roll vibe, but very soulful, bluesy, and J. Buchanan's voice. What a voice! He's one of the best singers in classic rock today, and Scott Liddy's guitar tone, like, he's got a tone to die for. Like, he's called the Fuzz Lord for a reason. Like, I've never heard a fuzz tone like it. It's brilliant. And now, when I mentioned it's very varied, you've got some really cool hard-hitting rock songs, very slow ballady ones, very moody ones, very bluesy ones, sexy ones. It's an excellent album. I love this band so much. And the production is very, very raw and very organic as well. It sounds like something from the past, which is excellent. It's great. A lot of these classic rock revivalist bands generally don't do it for me, but Rival Sons are the exception. This album is fucking magnificent. I love it. Feral Roots by Rival Sons. Check it out. What have we got next? Fucking... As someone who absolutely adored Sempiternal when that came out, and the previous work before that, and bits and bobs on That's the Spirit, it's just, I think this shift is just too much. And a couple of decent songs like Mantra and Wonderful Life. Maybe Nihilist Blues to an extent. I think that's quite an interesting track. It's more of an interesting album, but the standard isn't as good like on Sempiternal. And you know, they're bringing out charty stuff like Mother Tongue. Mother Tongue just sounds awful to me. Like I said about that high pitched vocal synth thing. Ugh, great on me so much. Nah, I'm more like no. Okay, so this is the band's debut album. This band are called Ithaca, and this album is called The Language of Injury, which is an excellent album. This is their debut album as well, and they are signed to Holy War Records, a record label that I absolutely love. You know, the likes of Pine and Conjurer, and they used to have Employed to Serve, which I banged on about before, and Maul as well. I can't forget Maul, what a band. But yeah, this is a really cool heavy hardcore album, more on the sort of Converge side of things, and as well as sounding quite Oathbreakery and Oathbakery. Like, some of the cleaner passages sound quite Oathbreaker, with a sort of very reverby, echoey guitars. The screams that you get are very echoey, and it's like she's gagging on glass. Like, it just sounds like she's screaming her heart out. And the heavy side of things is very sort of Converge, very quite mathy and very discordant. And the drums on this thing, like, the production is very, very heavy and thick as well. Every kick drum just sounds like it's a wrecking ball going through a friggin' house. Awesome heavy breakdowns, really cool guitar sound and thick heavy production, and yet another brilliant band to the Holy War Records. Arsenal. Absolutely excellent. Check out this album. Right, Dream Theater are incredible. They're one of my favourite bands. Like, Scenes from Memory Part 2 is one of my favourite albums of all time, like, I've got to say. And you know, their back catalogue is pretty much untouchable. Like, every album they brought out is incredible, apart from the last one, Starship. I thought that was absolute bollocks. I thought that was a shit album, really. Like, definitely the worst Dream Theater album in my opinion. So like, I was hoping that this new album was going to be good, and it really, really is. It's very John Petrucci riven, like really good heavy guitar riffs. The production, as per usual, Dream Theater is insanely good to listen to. Like, really crystal clear, and you can just hear everything perfect. Very, very progressive, very, very heavy stuff. And I love all the songs. Untethered Angel is a really good single, as well as Paralyzed, I can see just sounding really, really good live, as well as A Pale Blue Dot, which is, wow, just incredible. And At Wit's End as well, just another amazing song. For Dream Theater, it's quite straightforward. Like, there's not a lot of the really, really long songs on here. Like, it's about 9 tracks long, but all the songs are really good. I think I could have done without the bonus track at the end though, Viper King. A song about a car. I generally think songs about cars are a bit bleh. Apart from Highway Star by Deep Purple, that's sick. And you know, the musicianship is just second to none. Like, John Petrucci is just one of the greatest guitar players in the world. Mike Mangini is just animal on the drums all over the place. Jordan Rudess is just an absolute wizard on the keyboards. That's why he's pretty much called the Wizard. James Bree's actually quite bearable on this album, I gotta say. Like, whereas the last album I thought he was atrocious, really, and sometimes he can be pretty bad live and have some questionable vocal lines. with some of the later Dream Theater material, but I think he did a decent job on this one. And in comparison to some of the previous Dream Theater work, I think it's sort of sounding very similar to Train of Thought, Systematic Chaos, and Octavarium. Like, it's got a really late Dream Theater sound to it, and yeah, it gets a good thumbs up to me. I was really over the moon to hear that. It was a really good album. And the last one on the list is So What by While She Sleeps. And While She Sleeps are a band that I really enjoy. I love the band a lot. And this album is, I don't want to sound harsh, but I think it's the worst out of the lot. Like, This Is the Six, Brainwashed, and You Are We are absolute 10s. They're absolutely incredible. Whereas this one sounds like the less interesting While She Sleeps album. Like, it's very straightforward, it's not as raw as any of the other albums, and the really redeeming sort of interesting feature is Sean's guitar work, his lead guitar skills with the whammy. It's really eye-opening and quite inspiring, to be honest, because I love Digitech whammy pedals on my guitar. I love them so much. There are some excellent songs on this though. Like Antisocial is brilliant, the title track So What is brilliant, and Haunt Me is brilliant, but a lot of the other songs are sort of middle of the road, but not terrible, just middle of the road. They're not songs that I'm dying to hear live, just basically the ones that I've mentioned really. And they're definitely, I forgot what one of the songs is called, but there's a song that features a rap section by Griffin Dickinson, Famous of Shapes, and it doesn't do it for me at all. Like, could have done without. Some really cool heavy riffs on there. Loz's vocals have sort of changed on this album, like the way he screams. Like, he's got a more higher register to his screams, where rather than the low growl he's got from like This Is the Six to You Are We. It's a good album. I just sort of like hearing the singles, I was just expecting something a little better, that's all. While She Sleeps to me are still one of the best Great Britain bands in metal. Just fucking excellent. Just slightly underwhelmed by this album. I was just like, okay, that was fine. I think it's a fine album. So those are the albums I've listened to before I even started reviewing albums on this YouTube channel. I thought I'd just share my opinion on them, and if you agree with them or disagree with them, let me know in the comments below. We can have a little chat about them if you are bothered at all. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell notification thingamajiggy. If you dislike it, give me a thumbs down, give it to me, and tell me how terrible and cringy I am. But the highlighted albums for me on this list have got to be, you know, Rival Sons, Feral Roots, Ithaca, Language of Injury, and Puppy the Goat. Check them 3 albums out if you haven't already. They're absolutely stellar. Hope to see you on some more videos. I'm going to download soon, so I'm going to review that. That'll be exciting. Download Festival! Cheers everybody.